friends. I have a full circle practice for you today. So that means we're gonna start on our backs and we'll work our way to standing, and then we'll eventually work back down onto our backs on the mat. So for today's practice, if you want it, you can grab a block and a strap. Have them close by. That way, if it makes the practice more accessible to you today, you can use those. If you don't feel like you need them, if you don't normally practice with a block or strap, then that's a-okay too. I want you to focus through today on releasing through the body. So today will be a little bit of a slower practice, more of that gentle flow through, but I want your intention to be behind finding space into the joints through your body and releasing through the muscles to find more length, okay? So really focus on the breath to connect those two together. Relax, release into your practice as much as you can, and just make this one your own. So whenever you are ready, come down onto your back. I'm going to start with my knees bent. I like to come down and transition this way into a lying position because it kind of releases through the low back a little bit. Hands can just rest at your side whenever you're ready. And we're just going to take a couple breaths here. I want you just to observe your breath coming in and releasing out. Welcome the breath in and release out. Welcome the breath in. Release out. So feeling the feet connect with the mat and the knees up towards the ceiling. We're just going to flatten out through the small of the back. So I'm going to tuck the pelvis under, flatten out the back, feel it press into the mat, and then slowly release and feel the back lift off in a gentle sway. We're going to do 2 more of those. So these are small, gentle movements. Just getting the lower part of the back ready for our practice today. Tucking under, flattening out, and then releasing just to that natural sway in your back. This time we're going to flatten out through the back, tuck the pelvis under, and just lift into the bridge that you can travel with the length of your inhale, and lower right back down. Let everything release. Tuck the pelvis under, start to lift and reach, lower down, and release into that natural arch of your back. 2 more. Tucking under and lifting. So we're using this small bridging position here just to feel the practice, to feel the body, feel the connection of the movement with the breath, and release down. You can gently draw your right knee in towards your chest, taking a hold of the outside of the right leg with your right hand, or if it makes it more accessible, you can take along the hamstrings. This would also be a place where if you needed to, you could use your strap. Taking a deep breath in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. So we're gently going to take the right hand and we're going to place that underneath the knee along the hamstrings. And my left arm, I'm going to reach up and overhead. Palm is going to be up towards the ceiling, and the leg or the arm extended out nice and long. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis under and draw the right knee in towards your chest, and gently release as you inhale. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis under, draw the knee towards the chest, and gently release. Last 2, tucking the pelvis under and pulling the knee in. So there's a little bit of rocking going on through the pelvis. Tuck under. Draw the right knee in. This time I'm going to bring my left arm up towards the ceiling and then around down to my hamstrings on the right side. We're just gonna point and flex the foot here. 2 more times. So push the toes away, pull the toes in, push away, and pull in. Now we're gently gonna back off of that knee pull in towards the chest, and we're gonna let the back naturally relax. Tuck the pelvis under, pull the knee in towards the chest, and then gently kick your foot up towards the ceiling as high as it'll go. Bring the knee back down, or the heel back down, bending through the knee. Relax through the leg, release through the pelvis. Again, we tuck under, knee into chest, straighten, bend the knee, and release. So we're gentle with our movements here. Pulling in, kicking up, bringing it back down, and a gentle release. And then we can release the hands from the hamstrings on the right side and gently lower down. Left knee comes in this time, hugging in with the left hand, and my right arm starts to reach up and overhead. The palm is towards the ceiling. Taking a breath in, breathe out, and just tuck the pelvis under, draw the knee in towards the chest. Release down as you inhale. The knee can back away from the chest. And then we tuck under and pull the knee in. 2 more times. So we're just adding a small pelvic tuck to the knee drawing in. It stretches through the low back a little bit more, gets into the glutes. Back off gently here. Then we're going to take the left hand and to the back of the hamstrings, right hand can come down and follow. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hug the knee in towards the chest, and then we just go to that gentle point and flex of the left foot. Just pushing the toes away and pulling them back in. Nothing too forced, just working for that movement. And with the hands to the hamstrings, gently inhale. As you exhale, kick that leg up just as high as you can. Bend it back down so nothing is forced. We're working on the movements to help get the body warm. And bend. 2 more. Kick up. Bend down. Kick up. Bend down. Take the knee or the hands to the shin. Hug the knee in and then gently release. Bringing the hands out to the side, we're going to come into gentle windshield wipers. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently lower the knees to the right side. Head stays center, shoulders stay center, and then bring it back to center. So the legs are moving side to side. Hands are out at maybe a low V. Lift up. This is a small movement. These are small windshield wipers, so we don't need the hands out to the side. Like out at a T, we just have them low to anchor. If you feel like you're moving higher into the back and you need more stability through the arms, press the palms down into your mat and then really work on decreasing the range through the legs as well. Bring everything back to center. Taking a deep breath in. And releasing out. We're gently going to roll onto our right side, and then we're going to press all the way up to a seated position. We're going to extend the legs out long. So I'm going to keep a profile here so you can watch through the body, finding that length through so you can stay right with me, so you can turn your head to look at what I'm doing instead of having to lift up in front. So gently bring the arms out to the side. Stack your shoulders, ribs, and hips as much as you can and relax through the legs where they'll allow. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Reach for the ceiling and then gently reach forward towards the toes. You all know you never have to touch them. Flatten out through the back. Fold everything forward. Relax down, release the arms, and roll yourself all the way up. Shoulders are up, back, and down. 2 more. Inhale. reach and exhale forward. Flat back, breathing in. Forward fold, breathing out. Relaxing the hands, the body, and rounding up. Shoulder roll. Lift. Lift up and reach. Flat back. Forward fold. Relax into the mat and gently round yourself up. Shoulders rolling up, back and down. We're going to add a small twist here. Right arm is going to be our mover. So we're going to lift up nice and long through the spine. Right arm starts to reach forward at shoulder height. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, start to open that hand to the right side as much as you can, opening and twisting around, and then bringing it back to center. Bend at the elbow and bring that right hand to the left shoulder. Extending the arm out in front at shoulder height, opening out wide, bringing everything back to center, and then bringing the right hand to the left shoulder. One more time, opening out to the side, finding that twist, bringing everything back to center. Right hand rests on the left shoulder, relax the left or the right elbow down. Find length through your spine. Relax through your shoulders. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release the right arm down. Now we do the same thing, left side. Left arm reaches up to shoulder height in front. Big breath in. Exhale, open out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Bring the left hand over to the right shoulder. Bring the arm out wide. Sweep out and around. Bring it back to center. And cross. Open out wide. Twist. Bring it in. And cross. One more time, straighten out. Twist around. Back to center. Left hand, right shoulder. Relax the left elbow. 2 breaths here. Once more. Relaxing the left arm down. Bringing both arms out to the side. Reach up towards the ceiling as we inhale. Reach forward, forward fold. Exhale. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold. Let everything soften and slowly bring yourself back up to your seated position. Roll your shoulders back and down. 2 more sets. Now your option is to do this without the arms. Just focusing through the legs, folding forward as you exhale. Flattening the back as you inhale. Releasing forward as you exhale. Release through the hands, round up one backbone at a time. Shoulder roll. Last time here, inhale. Reach up, out and over, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold. Relax the arms. Gently bring yourself back up to seated. Shoulders rolling up, back and down. Hands come to the side. We're going to add a little side bend. We're going to start with the left hand lifting as we side bend to the right. So I'm going to keep my right hand planted. Left hand, I'm going to flip towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift up. Bend the right elbow as we bend over to the right side. Press into the right hand, lift back to center. 2 more times to the right side. Exhale over. Inhale, center. Exhale over. Inhale, center. Release the left arm down. 1 deep breath here. Realigning through the spine. Exhale. Now I plant down my left hand, right arm flip, or right palm flips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift. Bend the left elbow as we side bend to the left side. Inhale, center. 2 more times. Back to center and releasing the arm down. Taking a deep breath in and out. Breathing in and out. Perfect. We're gently going to make our way onto all fours. We will not be here very long. This is more of a transition than anything else. If you don't like the all fours position, you can come down onto your back and work your way back up as well. We're going to take the hands wider than normal, but we're still keeping them as in line with the shoulders as possible. You can bring the soles of the big toes together, but the knees are hip width apart. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, arch the back towards the ceiling. Really tuck the pelvis under. Really press the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Inhale, flatten out the back. We're going to stay at a neutral spine here. Exhale, press up. Inhale, neutral spine. 2 more. We're going to get off the wrists in just a second. Neutral spine. And press up. Neutral spine. Gently bringing the hands in. Bringing the knees in. We're going to tuck the feet under. Now, we're just going to press back towards the heels. 1 big inhale. Exhale, press back towards the heels. So we release a little bit of pressure from the hands. Now we can walk the hands in towards the feet, feel in some stretch through the toes. You can release through the feet with the tuck under of the toes whenever you feel ready. We can gently start to work up here, work up onto the thighs. It's a big stretch through the toes, I know, and through the soles of your feet. 1 more deep breath in and out. You can bring yourself back forward. Release the tops of the feet. Now we're going to come to a standing position. You can transition through a down dog if you want to, or we can just gently start to work back into that standing position whenever is accessible to you. Gently bringing yourself all the way up. So coming to stand on your mat, maybe towards the back of your mat. We're going to inhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, open the right arm to the right side. And bring it back to center. So we're adding that twist in that we did while we were seated. Exhale. Bring it back to center. Take a deep breath in. Reach forward nice and long into the legs and come into your forward fold. Add a small flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. You can have your block handy if you need to. Soften through the ankles, through the knees, through the hips, and round yourself to your standing position. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Drive down through both feet. Really ground down through the left side. Both arms reach up in front at shoulder height. Ground down through the left foot. Right arm opens to the side. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Ground down right foot, left arm opens to the side. Bring everything back to center. Lengthen through the spine and reach yourself forward. Just letting yourself float down into that forward fold, using the block if you need. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Soften ankles, knees, hips, back, round to stand. Inhaling as we come up, exhaling with that shoulder roll. 1 more set. This time bring the arms out to the side and bring the arms in front. Grounding down through both feet. Inhale. Ground down left, open the right arm. Inhale back to center, grounding down through the right foot. Left arm opens behind as we exhale and twist. Bring it back to center. Deep breath in. Reach the arms forward, Reach down into your forward fold, relaxing the chin towards the chest. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back. Forward fold. One more time, flatten out the back. Fold forward. Let the ankles, knees, and hips soften. Soften through the backbones. Round up one backbone at a time. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side and bring them in front. Now I'm gently going to take my left hand, holding on to my right wrist. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, with the right hand, reach forward and then gently guide yourself over to the left side with the left hand. Bring it back in front and 2 more times. So I'm not pulling with my left hand, I'm just guiding over to the side. Feel that stretch through the shoulder joint. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right hand, left side. Bring everything back to center. And release the left hand and bring the arms down at your sides. Now we'll do it on the left side. Both arms reach up in front. Right hand gently cups around the left wrist. Inhale. I start to reach forward with the left hand first, and then I guide over to the right side. Back off, inhale. Guide over to the right, exhale. Again, I'm not pulling on my arm or my wrist at all. Back off, inhale. Guide over, exhale. Back off, inhale. Release, bring both arms in front. Take a deep breath in. Reach forward and forward fold as you breathe out. 3 breaths here. Flat back if you want it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, finding our surrender forward. Inhale. Exhale. Let everything soften. Slowly start to bring yourself back up, one backbone at a time. Shoulders rolling up, back, and down. One more shoulder roll. Grounding down through the feet. We're going to bend through the right knee. Take a deep breath in and release out. We're going to start to move into that tree position on the right side. Deep breath in. Right knee comes out to the right side as much as you can, and then gently back to center 2 more times. Out to the side, and to the center, out to the side, and to the center. Gently lunge through the right leg. Left leg this time, bend the knee, inhale. Exhale, rotate out. Inhale, center. Exhale, out. Inhale, center. Exhale, out. Inhale, back to center. And land the left foot. Bring the arms up in front to shoulder height. Inhale. Reach forward. Exhale. Surrender into your forward fold. We have 3 breaths here. Add the flat back if you want it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Soften knees, soften ankles, soften through the toes, through the hips, through the backbone. Round up one backbone at a time. Roll the shoulders at the top. 2 more breaths. Shoulder roll if it feels right. 1 more time. Good. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sides at shoulder height. Bring the arms in front. Sink down into chair. Push the hips straight back. Arms reaching in front. Stand up nice and tall. Open the arms out wide. Let them fall to your sides. 2 more, arms out wide at shoulder height. Bring the arms in front. Start to sink the hips back. Stand up tall. Open wide. Release the arms down. Just 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 shoulder rolls. Deep breaths in and out. In. Out. We're going to come back down onto all fours for just a moment. Block can come to the side. If you need a block to help you here, you can take it back behind you along the ankles. We will sit back on the feet for just a half a second. We're going to take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, press the hips back towards the heels, and then you can reach the arms in front so we can come into an extended child's pose here. Relax down and breathe. One more deep breath. And we're gently going to come up onto all fours. I want you to take your right hand in front of your left just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Arch the back into cat stretch. Tuck the chin to look under the right arm. Flatten out through the back. We're going to do 2 more. So this is less about pressure into the wrists, even though they have to hold you up, and more about trying to find that arch through the back. We're going to lift up into that cat stretch and then level out the spine. Now I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to pull it up towards me. Now I'm going to start to thread it through, but I'm not going to rest it down until I push my hips back and then rest down onto the left arm. So we're in a child's pose as we've threaded the needle. The majority of the weight should be back into your legs. They're bigger muscles, they can support more. And then we're just getting that gentle passive stretch through the shoulder on the left side, right along the underarm area on the right side. We'll take another breath or 2 here. Press into your right hand, start to lift up through the hips, unthread the left hand, and then bring the hands even with each other. Now we're going to take the left hand forward a little bit more. We come back into that cat stretch. Arch the back towards the ceiling. Level out the spine. Inhale. Exhale, arch the back. Level out, inhale. Arch the back, exhale. Level out, inhale. Now I'm drawing my right hand in towards me, starting to thread under, but I'm going to drive the hips back before I rest the right arm down. Feeling that passive stretch in the right shoulder joint and the muscles around the shoulder reaching the left arm nice and long. Breathe. Release here as much as you can. Two more. One more breath. Gently lifting through the hips, pressing into the left hand, coming up onto all fours, and then releasing down. and then releasing into a seated position. So we'll just start to swing the legs around. We're going to come into a cross-legged position. Now, cross-legged is not as accessible for me, so I'm going to come down on with my knees bent. I realize this is a hard position on the knees, so do not feel like you have to do this. I just can't access that cross-legged position. So we're going to take a deep breath in, relax through the shoulders. One more time. Inhale. We're going to reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, gently start to bring your hands back and behind you. Gently prop into the hands, not a lot of weight. Notice I just have my fingers down. Lift through the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel that stretch through the chest. Take a deep breath in and out. One more. Gently bring yourself back up and relax through the arms. Now, whichever leg you have in front, that's the arm I want in front. So just take whatever leg is in front, hold on with that hand along that knee. We're going to add a small twist. So you're opening to the side with the leg that's in front. We're going to inhale, lift up towards the ceiling, and then we're gently going to twist and open to the side. Back up to center and release that arm down. Two more times. So working the rotation through the shoulders as we work that twist through the spine. Everything back to center. Releasing down. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Take an extra breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep the arm up overhead and bring the arm in front. Take a deep breath in. Shoulders roll back and down. Hands reach for the ceiling. And we gently come into a forward fold. We'll take 3 breaths in our folded position. Release into your hips as much as possible. Just try to release and relax through the breath. So the hips will naturally want to release and open. One more breath here. Gently bring yourself back up. And gently switch legs. So you might have been in a bound angle position, and that's a-okay. You can stay right there. But if you're in that cross-legged position, cross the opposite direction. Taking a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to start with that press back into the hips. So I'm going to lift the arms up towards the ceiling and then bring them back and around, slightly behind, and then just a small prop back into the legs or into the arms. Deep breath in and out. This should not be painful into the wrists, so you might want to walk the hands back a little more. Or you might want to just sit up tall. One more deep breath. Bracing the belly, bringing yourself back up. Releasing the arms down. So now your opposite leg should be in front. We're going to take that hand to the knee. We're going to take a big inhale, lift that arm towards the ceiling, twist and open to the side. Inhale, lift. So you should be twisting the opposite direction. Exhale, lower down. So here, notice how we build the length as we inhale. Feel the rotation through the shoulder, the chest through the stretch through the chest. Inhale, and bring the arm forward. One more set. Inhale, and exhale. Bring everything back up towards the ceiling and release that arm in front. Good. Deep breath in and out. One final thing in this seated position, we're going to reach the arms towards the ceiling and we're going to find our forward fold. Relax everything down and into the mat and breathe. Gently start to bring yourself back up to your seated position. And then we can start to extend the legs out in front. Bringing the legs out nice and long. You can wiggle the feet if you need. Breathe into the backs of the legs. So we're just going to progressively work into our forward fold here. So take the hands along the legs wherever they feel comfortable. Or your option, you can take a hold of a strap around the balls of the feet. You may not need it at first, but as we get deeper into that position, you can start to work along the strap if that feels good. So take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward as much as you can. And then let the hands fall wherever they will. Take a hold of your strap if you need. Take a deep breath in, and relax everything down. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Maybe adjusting your hands. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take one full breath here. Gently releasing through the arms and bringing yourself back up. Shoulders rolling up, back and down. Bringing the hands out to the side. Inhale, lift. Drop your right arm to your right side. With your left arm, lift up and over to the right. Inhale back to center, and we'll do that 2 more times. So if the wrist bothers you, you do not have to press into the wrist. Inhale, lift. You don't even have to have the arm down. It's just that small side bend over and back to center. Release the left arm down. Sweep both arms up and overhead. Drop the left arm down to your left side. Reach up with the right arm and over to the left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale over. Inhale. One more time, exhale over. Inhale to center and release the right arm down. Both arms reach up for the ceiling. And we reach up, out and over towards the toes, towards the legs, towards our strap. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, surrender, exhale. One more deep breath here. You can just hold in the forward fold. Gently bringing yourself back up to your seated position. And we'll work our way back down onto our back. Knees are going to be bent. We're going to work into our bridging positions first. Relax through the hips. Again, when we transition from standing or seated to down on our back, we just use the bent knee position to release through the hips as much as we can through the low back. Take some of the sting out of that transition. So keep that in mind. You don't ever have to come down with straight legs. I never do. So we're just going to start flattening out through the lower part of the back. Tuck the pelvis under, flatten out the back, feel the pelvis rock up, and then gently release. 2 more. Gentle tuck and release. Gentle tuck and release. Now the hands can come to the side. We're going to take the right foot, you're going to heel toe the right foot out a little bit wider, and we're going to come into windshield wipers on the right side. Take a deep breath in. Right side, legs drop to the right. Notice where the right leg comes. Notice the left leg and how it falls. Inhale, come back to center. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Right side, release out. Feel the length along both the legs. Inhale, come center. So along the right inner thigh and along the left outer thigh. Bring everything back to center. Now that right leg, we're going to come into figure 4 on the right side. And we're just going to Release through the pelvis, let the back flatten out a little bit, and I'm going to bring my hands back down closer to my hips. We're going to come into a figure 4 bridge here. For some, that may not feel comfortable, so you can just stay down in this position and work the opening through the hip. The bridge just adds a bit more opening if you want it. So as we inhale, we start with just a pelvic tuck under, and then we start to lift off just as high as is accessible, and then we release and rock back down. 3 more times, tucking and lifting, releasing and lowering, tuck and lift, release, or lower and release. Once more, tuck and lift, lower, release. Perfect. Now, you can take the left hand towards the right foot and come into that cradle the baby position, or you can come into a half happy baby, taking right hand and right foot, or right foot and right hand, bringing the right knee towards the armpit and maybe just rocking. You can add a straightening and a bending here, whatever you need to work through the hip and the leg along the right side. And we'll stay here for a couple more breaths. We can gently release the right leg back down whenever we're ready. Make sure the feet are nice and even. Reset through the hips, through the shoulders. Notice if the right side feels different from the left, how it feels different, if it does. And then gently start to heel toe the left foot out a little wider than the right. And we come into those windshield wipers. We take a deep breath in. We exhale, lower left side. So we're getting that inner thigh stretch left, outer thigh stretch right. And bring it back to center. And again, just over to the left side. Over and up. You're in control of the movement. 2 more. Over and up. Over and up. Good. And with that left leg out a little wider, you can come into figure 4, just crossing over. So just start to feel the hip open first on the left side. And the stretch and the muscles right along the front of the leg. And just breathe. And then if you want, we can start with that pelvic tuck under and the small lift off, back down and release. So as we open through the hip, we're getting a little bit of that pelvic tuck to work through the low back. That may not be accessible to you, and that's okay. Days are different. Practices are different. Good. And then just rest down for a breath or 2. And if it feels good, stay here. You can take that cradle the baby, holding the foot, bringing it in a little bit more. You can take the half happy baby, grabbing onto the foot wherever it feels comfortable. Just breathe into your hip. Play with this position. And think about taking your breath into that area of your body where you feel it right now, and let it nourish you here. Nourish through the body as much as possible. The breath is life. And we breathe life and awakening into our bodies. And gently bring the leg back in and release down when you're ready. We're going to work through that low back one more time. So we're going to come into that bridge, but we're going to articulate up. So hands down by the hips. Tuck the pelvis up, lift up one backbone at a time, and then rock down one backbone at a time. Let that massage through your back. So we've talked about this before, and you may feel like just a clump of your backbones want to stick together. And they likely do because the muscles are tight. But just try to allow the muscles to release as much as you can and find movement through the body. Breathe. Just let everything release here. And you can gently come into a happy baby, or you can just draw the knees into the chest. Knees can be wide, knees can be close together, whatever you need. Just a couple more breaths. And then releasing through the legs. Working through the upper part of the body, upper half of the body. Reach the arms towards the back wall. So they're overhead, but they're towards the wall, not the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach a bit longer with your right arm, and then reach with your left. Reach with the right, and reach with the left. Now we're working through the arms, but notice what your hips are wanting to do here. 2 more. Right, left, right, and left. Just relaxing the shoulders down. And maybe gently bringing the arms down in a cactus position. Feel that stretch through the chest. If this is too intense for you, bring your arms straight down to your sides where you need it. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out. And gently start to release the arms down to your sides. Focusing on your breath here, breathing in and releasing out. Once more, breathing in and out. So we're going to work that half butterfly position on the right side. So with both knees bent and pointed towards the ceiling, I take a breath in. As I breathe out, I let that right knee open out to the side. I'm going to take a deep breath here. Relax and release into that inner thigh as much as possible. And then I'm going to inhale, lift the leg back to center. Changing sides. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower left. Let the leg release. Bring it back to center. Right leg lowers down. Exhale. Feel the breath come in and out. And gently bring the leg back to center. Left side comes out to the side. Release. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring it back to center. Exhale. Now you can continue with that one side or the other. You can bring both knees out to the side in that reclined bound angle position. Whatever feels best for you. Just allow the inner thighs to release. So you can take your hands towards your pelvis if that feels good and just allow it to release. Breathe all the way down into your hips as much as is possible. 2 more breaths here. Breathing. With your next couple breaths, try to release into your hips. Try to release through the mind. Breathe. You can stay in this position as long as it's comfortable. You can gently bring the knees together and start to extend the legs out long if that feels good for you. Hands can stay on your hips. They can come by your sides, wherever you need them. Just focus on your breath. It's okay to hear your breath. Definitely want to make sure you feel your breath. Feel the softening and the releasing in and through your body. Allow it, welcome it. Softening the shoulders, lengthening neck. Just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe into the body where and how it needs. So sometimes mentally and physically we just need the breath to flow naturally. Sometimes we need the breath to be more intentional. Sometimes we need it more forceful. But we need to breathe. Continue to breathe. Allow your body to find peace and rest. Allow your body to find length while it rests. Allow your body, your mind, your emotion, your spirit to be okay with the silence and in the sound of your breath. Breathing in Release it out. Breathe in. And release it out. Taking a big breath in and thinking of pressing it out your right big toe. Big breath in, pressing out your left big toe. And so 2 more breaths here. Breathing into the full length of your legs. Feel the full length of your legs. Breathing into the arms and into your hands. Pressing your breath out the right middle finger. And the left middle finger. And release your shoulders. You could begin to take your breath heavier, longer, deeper into the body. Feeling a welcoming inhale in. Release and exhale out. Breathing in and out. Gently wiggle toes, wiggle fingers. Chin to each shoulder if that feels good. And then gently roll to your right side when you're ready. And take a few moments just to breathe. Gently pressing up to your seated position when you're ready. Finding your comfortable seat. Again, we're going to work with that ocean breath, that Darth Vader breathing. It's also referred to as a victory breath. Sometimes we just need to breathe in our own victory. So we're going to press the tongue gently into the ridge where the hard palate and the soft palate in your mouth meet. So we're making connection, but there's not a lot of pressure there. Begin to notice the throat as you press in, or you place your tongue in that area. And take a couple breaths here, just noticing the throat as you breathe normally. We're going to keep the tongue placed at the ridge where the soft palate and the hard palate meet. And we're going to work that breath in through the nose and feeling the vibration in the back of the throat as we breathe out, just with that natural placement of the tongue in that area. So take a big breath in through the nose. Release out, feel that vibration in the back of your throat. Breathing in and out. In out. In, out, in, out. In, out. Relax the tongue and just let the breath flow naturally. Just notice how the body feels. Taking a few more moments here just to breathe if need be. Gently working your way back into your day when you are ready. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Have a blessed rest of your day. And until next time, go with peace.